हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, लास्ट लेक्चर में हम लोगों ने रिफ्रैक्शन थ्रू स्फेरिकल लेंसेज पढ़ा था। ओके, तो आज के लेक्चर में हम लोग पढ़ेंगे रे डायग्राम्स ऑफ द इमेज फॉर्मेशन इन केस ऑफ द स्फेरिकल लेंसेज। तो फर्स्टली हम सिंपल रे डायग्राम्स के बारे में देखते हैं। अ रे ऑफ लाइट फ्रॉम द ऑब्जेक्ट parallel to the principal axis after refraction from a convex lens passes through the principal focus on the other side of the lens। तो जैसा आप इमेज ए में देख सकते हैं, फिगर ए में a ray parallel to the principal axis after refraction from the lens it passes through the principal focus on the other side of the lens. This is in case of convex lens. Now coming to the concave lens. In case of concave lens, the ray appear to diverge from the principal focus located on the same side of the lens. तो जैसा कि आप देख सकते हैं, after refraction it appears like that ray is diverging from the principal focus located on the same side of the lens. Okay. Next, a ray of light passing through the principal focus after refraction from a convex lens will emerge parallel to the प्रिंसिपल एक्सिस। तो जैसा आप फिगर ए में देख रहे हैं, अरे पासिंग थ्रू द प्रिंसिपल फोकस, सो आफ्टर रिफ्रैक्शन फ्रॉम द convex lens it appears like it is parallel to the it emerge parallel to the principal axis. In case of concave lens, a ray of light appearing to meet at the principal focus of a concave lens after refraction will emerge parallel to the principal axis. So if a ray it appears like it will pass through the principal focus on the other side of the lens, so after refraction that ray will be emerge as parallel to the principal axis. Got the point? Next point we have, a ray of light passing through the optical center of a lens will emerge without any deviation. So as you can see in both the image figures, the ray of light passing through the optical center of the lens is not deviating. Okay, without any deviation it is emerging in the straight path. Now we will study the ray diagrams for the image formation in case of convex lens. So in first case, when object is beyond 2f1 point, so as you can see in the image, object is beyond the 2f1 point. So where will the image will be formed? Image will be formed between f2 and 2f2. As you can see here, image will be formed at the point in between f2 point and 2f2 point in the opposite side of the convex lens. What will be the nature of this image? This image size will be diminished. Okay, the image size will be less than the size of the object and it will be real and inverted. Second case, when object is at 2f1 point. So you can see in the diagram, object is placed at a point 2f1. So where will the image will be formed? Image will be formed at 2f2 point, which is in the opposite side of the lens. And what will be the nature? As you can see, the image will be of the same size as that of object and it will be real and inverted. Okay, next case we have when object is between f1 and 2f1. The object is placed in between f1 and 2f1. At that time the image will be formed beyond the 2f2 point. Image will be formed beyond the 2f2 point, as you can see in the diagram, and the nature of the image will be, it will be an enlarged image. The size of the image will be more than the image of the size of object and it is real and inverted. Next ray diagram, when object is at f1. When the object will be at f1, at that time, as you can see in the diagram, the image will be formed at infinity. And when the image is formed at infinity, the size of the image will be enlarged, highly enlarged, and it will be real and inverted. Okay. Next case, when the object is between F1 and optical center O. At that time, the image will be formed behind the object on the same side. The image will be formed behind the object on the same side, and what will be the nature? The image will be enlarged image, and it will be virtual and erect. Got the point? And lastly, when object is at infinity. The point when the object is at infinity, at that time the image will be formed at the point F2. The principal focus on the other side of the mirror. And the image will be highly diminished and it will be real and inverted. Okay, so these were the ray diagrams of the image formation in case of convex lens. Now we will come to the ray diagrams representing the image formation in concave lens. So in this case, we have the first case is when the object is at infinity. When the object is at infinity, rays will come parallel to the principal axis and they will appear to meet at a principal focus on the same side. So where will the image will be formed? The image will be formed at the F1 point, that is on the same side of the lens. What will be the nature? Nature of the image will be virtual and erect. Okay. It will be highly diminished point size image. Okay. Next case is when the object is placed at any position between O and infinity. When the object is placed at any point in between O and infinity. Okay. The image will be formed between O and F1. Whatever the place you may place the object, okay, the image will be formed in between optical center and principal focus. This image will be virtual and erect, and the size of image will be diminished. That means the size of the image will be less than the size of the object. Now, next topic we have sign conventions for spherical lenses. So, while doing the numericals, we need to have some sign conventions, that which distance we will be taking positive, which we will be taking negative. So it is same as that in case of the mirrors, but still we need to know all distances are measured from the optical center of the lens. Okay. Next, the distance measured in the direction of incident light are taken as positive, and distance measured in the direction opposite to the direction of incident ray are taken as negative. Therefore, the focal length of convex lens is positive and that of concave lens is negative. In this case, in the cases of spherical lenses, the focal length of convex lens is always taken as positive and that of concave lens is taken as negative, because we will take always the rays coming from the left side of the lens. Okay, so you have to remember this thing. Next, all measurements made above the principal axis are taken as positive. Measurements taken below the principal axis are taken as negative. That is, object height is always taken as positive and image height is positive only for virtual image. So you know all these things. Okay, you need to remember these things in case of the spherical lenses. Next important thing, lens formula. As we have studied mirror formula, there is also a lens formula. So what does this formula? This formula gives the relationship between object distance, image distance and the focal length. What is the formula? The lens formula is expressed as 1 upon V, that means 1 upon image distance, minus 1 upon U, that is 1 upon object distance, is equal to 1 upon F, means 1 upon focal length. So this is the lens formula. The values of the known parameters should be used with their proper sign as per the sign convention. तो हमेशा ध्यान में रखना है, जब भी हम इस फॉर्मूला को यूज़ करें तो जो भी हम वैल्यूज़ यूज़ करते हैं V, U एंड F की, तो जो भी नोन वैल्यूज़ हम यूज़ कर रहे हैं उनको उनके प्रॉपर साइन के साथ, पॉजिटिव नेगेटिव जो साइन कन्वेंशंस के हिसाब से हैं वो हमने लेनी है. नेक्स्ट है मैग्निफिकेशन. ओके, मैग्निफिकेशन ऑफ द लेंस. So what does this magnification say? The magnification produced by a lens is defined as the ratio of height of the image and the height of the object. So magnification is same as that in case of the mirrors. Okay, so magnification is given as the ratio of the height of the image to the height of the object, and it is represented by letter M. If h is the height of the object and h dash is the height of the image given by a lens, then magnification produced by the lens will be given by M is equals to height of the image oblique height of the object, that will be equal to h dash upon h. Okay. Magnification produced by a lens is also related to the object distance u and image distance v. Okay, magnification is also related to the object distance and image distance, and the relationship is given by magnification is equals to h dash over h is equals to v upon u. Okay, got the point? Magnification is equals to height of the image upon height of the object is equals to distance of the image upon distance of the object. Got the point? You need to understand it because this is very important. It will be used in the numericals. And now we have the last topic of this chapter, that is the power of lens. This is also the important topic. Whenever a ray of light passes through a lens, except when it passes through the optical center, it bends. We know this thing. Whenever a ray passes through the lens, it bends towards the principal axis in case of convex lens, and away from the principal axis in case of concave lens. But only except which case? When the ray is passing through the optical center. The bending of light ray towards the principal axis is called convergence, हमें पता है, and bending of light ray away from the principal axis is called divergence. ओके, ये हम स्टार्टिंग में पढ़ चुके हैं जब हमने कनकेव लेंस और कन्वेक्स लेंस के बारे में पढ़ा था. The degree of convergence or divergence of a lens is expressed in terms of its power. So this degree, that how much the ray is bending towards or outwards the principal axis. So this degree of convergence or divergence is expressed in terms of its power. A lens of short focal length deviates the ray more, while the lens of large focal length deviates the ray less. Thus, power of a lens is defined as the reciprocal of its focal length in meters and is denoted by letter P and given as, तो जो पावर है लेंस की वो कैसे डिफाइन की जाती है? इट इज डिफाइंड एज द रेसिप्रोकल ऑफ द फोकल लेंथ इन मीटर्स. उसको P लेटर से डिफाइन करते हैं, डिनोट करते हैं पावर को, एंड इट इज गिवन एज P is equals to 1 upon F. So this is power. Power is the reciprocal of the focal length of the lens. Now we need to understand some basic concepts about the power. That the SI unit of power of lens is diopter. जो SI यूनिट है पावर ऑफ लेंस का, दैट इज डायोप्टर. इट इज डिनोटेड बाय द लेटर कैपिटल D. सो पावर इज गिवन इन diopter. Okay, it is the SI unit. 1 diopter is the power of a lens whose focal length is 1 meter. So when we have to define 1 diopter, if we have to define 1 diopter, so 1 diopter is the power of a lens whose focal length is 1 meter. ऐसा लेंस जिसकी फोकल लेंथ 1 मीटर है, उसकी जो पावर है दैट इज दी 1 diopter. तो 1 diopter is equals to 1 upon meter. Focal length must be in meters in SI units. Next, power of convex lens is positive and that of concave lens is negative. जो पावर है convex lens की पॉजिटिव होती है, concave lens की नेगेटिव होती है. क्यों? बिकॉज फोकल लेंथ ऑफ concave lens is positive and focal length of focal length of convex lens is positive and focal length of concave lens is negative. Okay, and lastly, the net power of lenses placed in contact is given by the algebraic sum of individual power P1, P2, P3 as P is equals to P1, P2 and P3. अगर कोई lenses contact में रखे हैं different lenses of different powers, so their net power will be the summation of the power of all the lenses. Okay, got the point? This is the important topic, power of lenses. You need to understand it carefully. Practice the numericals, practice the question in text question answers after the topic. Okay, so this is all about the today's topic. You must practice the question and answers carefully and use the lens formula carefully using the proper sign of conventions. Thank you.